Hey guys, welcome to the Sustainable Life Habits channel. Today we're going to be going through one of the most valuable exercises, and that's our squat. So with that being said, let's get under that bar and get to it. All right, you guys, so today we're going through our squat. So we're going to talk about a few different things, but we're going to start by talking about our rack height. So let's talk about that. Now for this, these little things right here are called our J hooks. They're very easy to work. They just come out like this, slot them in, twist them like that. So that's what we're looking for. At a commercial gym, you'll find them. They're gonna look similar to this. So how do we know if this is at the right height? So what we're gonna look to do is we're gonna mimic our squat, what that bar is gonna look like, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna get right underneath that bar, bend the legs a little bit, and what we're looking to do is just extend them. And now we know this is the right rack height if we can walk out and we reach right over top of that lip like that, and we want to hit right in the back of the J's, bend the knees, and we have a safe on rack. So all you're looking for is just to clear that front lip right there, and when you walk it back in, you're looking to hit it somewhere in that midpoint. And I mean, especially as you get into a heavier squat, you just want to make sure that you're not reaching with the toes to get it back in, or that you're also not having to lower it back in. A lot of times that's where injury can happen, is when you're racking and unracking and re-racking your weights. So that's how that goes. So let's talk about the bar. Now this is just a utility bar. This is kind of what you're gonna find in a commercial gym or most gyms. This is a pretty good bar for what we're using it for. You can see, so this grip on the bar right here, this is referred to as a knurling. This one has the knurling right in the middle. What this is designed to do is to just help that bar stop from sliding down our back. So if you have the option to use that center knurling, try to find that bar. If not, really it's not that big of a deal. So what you're also gonna find on here is we have these rings right here. So these are for Olympic lifting and powerlifting. It's not crucially important for us just average squatters, but these are a huge help when it comes time to aligning your hands. So let's talk about that. What do we do for grip? So with our grip, now when we're under that bar, we can use these to line up. So where should our grip be? To be honest, it's kind of up to you. I like to go a little bit wider of a grip. A lot of times you'll see them right tight. To be honest, it's not crucially important, but just find like what's comfortable for you. I prefer somewhere, just try to use these rings somewhere. As long as you kind of like plus or minus somewhere on those rings, you're gonna be doing all right. So let's talk about our bar position, or where that bar is going to be sitting on our back. Now we already did a video on this. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to put the description in the link down below or somewhere in this video, but go check it out. We're going to be just briefly talking about the high bar and the low bar position. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So here's a high bar. What a high bar is it's just sitting a little bit higher up on the traps. You can see it's quite high, versus our low bar, where it's sitting down a little bit more, kind of on the rear shoulders right there. So for the purpose of this video today, we're going to be using the low bar squat. It's something I prefer over the high bar. The reason is, in a high bar, it just tends to sit a little bit more upright going through there. And what I find is that becomes more of a knee dominant movement. And when we're knee dominant, that's where I personally had knee problems. So that's why I switched to low bar, and that seemed to cut out the vast majority of the knee problems. In fact, I don't get knee problems from squatting anymore, and I attribute it to the low bar. So we're going to be going through the low bar. All right. So now, with all that being said, let's actually get to the squat movement itself and the mechanics. So we're gonna grab that bar position. Now for me, I'm gonna use that center, that middle finger, I'm gonna put it on the outer rings. Now we don't have to necessarily hook our thumbs around like this. For mobility, sometimes it's easier to just grab the grip like that, especially on the low bar. We're gonna get ourselves right into position. Feel that bar nice on the back. So our knees are bent. You can see all we're looking to do is stand straight up. You can see that? So we're under the bar and we're just standing straight up, just sliding that bar right along the back of the J's, and we're just gonna walk it out. So from here, all we're looking to do, if you haven't checked out the box squat video, go check it out. But imagine you're doing a box squat here. We're not just bending straight with the knees. What we're looking to do, just like in the box squat, we're looking to reach back with that butt first, put the brunt of the weight on the hips, and just slowly lowering down. So where we know our depth is you can see that the hips are below the tops of the knees. That's what we're looking for. We're just gonna control it down there, and we're just gonna keep going. So I'm gonna give you guys another rep. We're gonna go through it. So through this, we should be core bracing, making sure our core is tight. We're gonna be tightening our lats. We wanna keep a good, nice brace position. And again, it's like we're sitting back in a chair, bending back with the legs. Eventually the knees will bend. We're driving through the heels. We're coming down slowly. You can see this nice torso angle. Now we're not flop forward. We're not trying to sit straight back. You can see this nice angle right here. And as we start to go back up, we're just gonna keep that angle. We're just driving, and then we're gonna push through with the hips. So one last rep. All right, now the re-rack, very important. Tighten up your stance and walk it straight back in. Bend your knees to drop it down. And that is it for your squat. All right, you guys, thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you guys at the next one.